Hi, welcome to Mummies in Christ. My name is Yeliz, and today I'm going to be doing a brief, a very quick, hoping quick video because I'm going out for dinner soon, on brief information for women about separation, divorce. So if you've been following so far, thank you for that, and I hope you're finding it helpful also. I mean, I know it's, do check your settings to see if you are on private settings, because I know I have got a few people from my group on there, and it just would be nice to see who's subscribed. That's if you wanted to. And hit the like also if you are following and supporting these videos. But I mean, today I'm going to try and make it very quick, as I'm going out soon. So I mean, part one, I'm going to talk about the things that I found quite overwhelming in the beginning. So basically, when it all started and the separation process started between me and Rich, I was just very stuck in my emotions, and instead of moving ahead and forward, which is very natural. Don't let anyone pressure you to make decisions when you are not in that stable place emotionally. That's very important. If you feel like you're being put pressure on and within areas, then it's very important to take a step back, find out your rights, and you have to be strong. You have to be strong, but you have to be humble. Don't forget who you are as a person. Your partner might be very unfair through the process, but we need to remember who we are in Christ and the examples, and remember what's important here. Not just the materials, the finance, and the next stages. What truly is important is the souls that are being affected and the stages we are going at. Now, it's actually very common for men to get more stuck within the sort of doing mode and wanting to get things sorted, getting finance sorted, and I mean, with my ex-partner, he wasn't very happy with having to continue to pay for this place whilst he not being here. But in actual fact, that's just something he had to do because the children come first, and he has to take responsibility over that. So do find out your rights. So that's one thing that really stressed me, because I didn't know my rights, and it's very important when you've been very sort of mollycoddled, or whatever you want to call it, over the years, and put all your trust into your partner to make all the decisions. So you really are stepping into a new world. If you are a stay-at-home housewife with me, there are going to be some areas that you are going to be lacking, but all these things can be learned. And I found myself very overwhelmed because there was so little I knew, and thank the Lord, my mum had experience and was very gave me a lot of direction. But really, don't feel pressure. At the end of the day, the children come first, their safety, and them being at school, it all has to be done properly. It really does. Also, like with all the legal matters, the house, and moving forward, future plans, and how to even start the divorce procedure. And I mean, because you're not legally even separated until you apply for a divorce, where to go, how to do that. Citizens Advice will point you into that right direction. Now with me, if you like me, because I was working through so much emotion, and it does take me a little longer at each stage to work through my emotions till I was ready, but I just could not get through to the lines at all. They were completely chock-a-block, and it didn't really work out trying to find where they were. So I mean, in the end, because obviously financially things are changing, and having to apply for new things. So the job centre actually referred Citizens Advice to call me, and that's how I got my appointment, and that's how I was pointed in the right area, and they gave me information of divorce, where to apply, the websites, the numbers, and all of that. So that's really was the starting ground place for me. So I mean, future plans, you can't really make future plans until you know where you stand. So there are certain things that need to be resolved first, like valuing the house and understanding value and budgeting and fees and what's going to be left over and all of that. Mediator helps you with all that, but first it's actually finding the figures and knowing, and if your partner is being unreasonable and not giving you those numbers, you can call and find out yourself. My partner, I would say, also because he is a businessman, and he has a lot of contacts, and one of his customers is an estate agent, and so he likes to be in control and to sort things out, that's fine if that worked for me, because I didn't really enjoy being in control of that area of things. But with this side of things, it's very important to actually try and make your own steps. It's an important part of the independence process, because there's survival things that you do need to learn, and I think if it's got to the stage also where you have lost trust in your partner, these important essential things you need to be able to see in black and white and understand for yourself. So I actually made my own appointment for the house to be valued, which obviously is just an estimation, and also I have a mortgage advisor appointment coming up too, and even though your partner might say, oh, there's no need to do that because this, that and that, just do it and follow through the steps. There are some things that try not to take on too much, and listen to advice of your partner, because if they are more skilled within a certain area, then don't be too threatened to not take on some of the things that they say. Just try and really stick into your intuition, because at the end of the day you are both in this together. So mediation is also another part if you don't want to go through the courts, depending on situation, because going through the courts is very expensive. But it depends on your circumstance. It really does depend on that. It will be so much cheaper and less stress, hassle to be able to do it online. You can have a divorce online, and it can be quite quick as well, depending on the circumstance. So mediation will help you sort out, and that's something my partner set up, and if you can qualify for it to be free, or it would be £20 for your first mediation, but they're very, I found it very helpful. There's so far he has had a meeting, and so when he had a meeting, a letter was automatically sent to me inviting me to a meeting, which I attended to last week, and I was very happy with how it went. Of course, every stage is going to be emotional, a bit scary, a bit daunting, because you don't know what to expect, and you are to a degree putting your trust into people. But mediation they don't deal with legal matters. So that's so the first meeting is literally just explaining what they're all about and what they do. And so they're just basically helping you and your partner to make agreements, decisions fairly, so it's a very good thing to go along and do. especially if your partner is very unreasonable, or there's just things you are just not agreeing with at all, and it's very much helps to set things in stone and put things in place. But even though nothing truly is set in stone, mediation, because it's not a legal thing, but it helps. So, and I think it's something you do need to do before you apply for divorce. I'm not sure, but I want to speak now about health. It's very important to look after yourself. I mean, I know with me, when I'm anxious or stressed, I do tend to lose weight. This is a very essential time to really take a step back, and even though it's all good to have support and family and people you trust, sometimes it's also good to step back from all of that and just really find the value within yourself. And because it is a journey, it's almost, with me, I'm rediscovering myself, because I believe if you are in a situation where you are very disempowered, I don't know if that's the right word, but the opposite to empowerment, then you are literally on a journey to being empowered, and not in a way that's ungodly, in a way of self-discovery, and there may be things that you look back on and new things that are revealed to you over the course of time of your healing as well, but it's very important to stay very present for the children despite whatever is going on, and to try and keep peace between you and your partner. That is essential, it really is. And if you find your partner is starting arguments in front of the children, just be humble and just do anything to steer it away from I'm not saying to agree, but whatever will keep peace for that moment. I mean, we are human beings, we go through emotions, ups and downs from day to day, and there'll be times and phases where your partner will be feeling stressed, anxious about the future also, and very doubtful about what's happening. These are just they're emotions. So it's important that we do not, we try and stay grounded when our ex-partner is going through times of being very low, and within those times you have to be very grounded and humble and understanding as well, when your partner's maybe being unreasonable because of what he's going through as well, to a degree. But then there are other times you can discern when your ex-partner's going through a low plot. So stay grounded, stay focused, and try and get your social life back together. I do want to say it's very difficult to make future plans when you don't know where you're going, so try and get the house and the figures and all the facts out in front of you so that you can go through that next stage. But do not stress, the decisions will come. If it's feeling right within you, then you'll just know. But I will just say that for me it's really helped to actually make some 2020 goals, and it's helped give me a focus for next year and a goal. One being passing my driving test, and two, getting involved with community. That will help me to discern and to decide where it is I need to be, and me and my children need to be, and whether I can really give it a good shot here, or whether I do need to look at a complete fresh blank start for me and my kids. But obviously you would have to look at every angle and how it's going to affect what your children, with what decisions you make. But Also, I'm planning to join a dance class. I have been looking for ballet, which is a bit difficult. Some of the ballet adult classes are a bit harder to find, and they're a little bit further field. But I will be looking into getting involved in dance class of some sort. So driving is one of my goals for next year, and emotionally healing, getting back involved with community, and also work. I'm going to have to look into work plans and